The huddle. What is it? Why is it important? So we're always asked this question when we're asked to lecture to train lawyers or both in the practice of law and trial work, trial efficacies, as well as business. How do we do this? Like, what is the secret sauce? And, no matter how much you tell people, they have to always make things a lot more complicated than the reality really is. When we built this law firm, myself and my law partner, Dave Bruno, we were, prosecutors in the Morris County Prosecutor's Office. And I was an assistant prosecutor in Hudson County. I actually got that little behind me over here, my retirement badge, and the Morris County badge is on that side over there. So I went from being an assistant prosecutor to being appointed by the governor to be the county prosecutor in Morris County. And it was a great experience, right? And Dave was in my major crimes unit in the homicide squad and handling all the big cases. And if after you've been around a while, especially in that environment, you recognize the power of team work. And genuinely, I know people say that, but it's true. Now, you have to know how to manage a team. And I think I learned those skills greatly when I was the head county prosecutor in charge of 44 police agencies and the entire prosecutor's office. It was really a great learning experience that very few people have the opportunity and honor to have. A team is important, but managing the team is equally important. And why is the team important for prosecutors? Well, they have support services and support staff, and they have detectives, and they prepare their cases. And when they go up to court, the prosecutors, the assistant prosecutors aren't just going up there willy-nilly. There's a whole team of people that are downstairs that are working to make them look good. And when we left the prosecutor's office, I said to Dave, there's so many law firms out there. There's just like a one-man show or one-woman show, or, they got the lawyers are all acting independently of one another. And there's such power in numbers and such power in our experience as prosecutors that I'm like, we need to have a team environment. And that's where the huddle originated. So we only hire former prosecutors. And the reason for that is I always use this expression. It's like, there are people that speak Italian, there are people that speak Russian, there's people that speak all sorts of different Spanish, whatever, and we speak prosecutor. And so all our team are former prosecutors because we understand how prosecutors think, and we understand how prosecutors investigate cases and how they're supposed to investigate cases. So we know where to look and where the nooks and crannies are, where the I's are dotted or T's are crossed or not. And we also don't vilify prosecutors either, but we do know where they're coming from and how they go about doing what they're doing. So we believe that gives us an advantage in leveraging a client's case. But lots of people are former prosecutors. Of course, not all prosecutors are created equal. Some have a little bit more talent than others. And, that's something that you have to ferret out in the hiring process. Do we have to huddle? No. Is it required we huddle? No. Is it ethically necessary we huddle? No. So why do we do this meeting 3 times a week for about an hour and a half to 2 hours at a clip 3 times a week, where everyone on the staff, from the sales team to the paralegals, to the support staff, to myself, Dave, and all the lawyers meet 3 times a week for that length of time and go over the client's cases? It's for 2 reasons: quality control and collegiality. The fact of the matter is, we have 8 lawyers now at the Bianchi Law Group, one of whom is an appellate specialist. I really love this. We're literally building a little mini prosecutor's office, but doing defense work. We have an appellate section that looks at all the cutting edge legal opinions, and we have an issue. We can, hey, look that up. Check this. They're different than trial lawyers. We're trial lawyers, 2 different disciplines, but together, force multiplication. And when all of us trial lawyers are together and we're going over case, we just did it today. It's Friday that I'm typing this right now. Had an hour and 45-minute today where we went in depth in certain clients' cases. What would you do here? And what do you think? And there were a couple of issues, and it was not an easy thing. Law is not easy. 2 + 2 = 4. The law is unfortunately not that easy. It's relational. It's situational. The clients are different. The prosecutors are different. The times are different. #MeToo can change an entire way cases are handled. But when we're all working together and we're using experience from the level that I've had from, probably the most experience in New Jersey Supreme Court certified criminal trial lawyers, myself and my partner, Dave, leading this team of former prosecutors, I am really, really excited. And I love the vibe, and I kind of wish, obviously we have client confidentiality. People could listen to the ideas and the thoughts about how to leverage our clients' cases to get optimal results. And lastly, the collegiality piece of it is so that the lawyer, one had a question today: do you think I should write this or not? Do you think I should respond to this or not? And they wanted to, but they weren't sure if it was the right thing to do. And by the time we got done, we all supported the lawyer came to a decision as to what to do, said, advise the client that this is what we all think is the right thing, and we got a very successful result. But more importantly, the lawyer didn't feel alone, didn't feel left behind, didn't feel like they were making a mistake. They had a collective judgment from so many people from so many different skill sets. So to me, I've been doing this a long time, and it's always funny, even when I was the county prosecutor, people always thought that there was something more tricky going on or more sophisticated. And I'm like, sometimes, simple is better, stupid, right? Simple is better. And to have this collegiality of the huddle and to be able to leverage all of our talents in one place, and so that everyone on the team is rowing in the same direction. The people that are answering the phones and the paralegals and the support staff and the lawyers and the investigative people are all working in the same direction and all know what we're doing on each individual case. And I just love how everybody is so impassioned on the huddle call. So I guess rhetorically, I would ask the law firms when you're considering them, how do you guys process your cases? What is your firm philosophy? Are you only plead cases? Are you willing to go to trial? Do you try a lot of cases? What experiences do you have at trial? What experiences do you have as a former prosecutor? Did you really try cases when you were a prosecutor? Some prosecutors do, some prosecutors don't. Do you guys meet? Do you have a backup or support? How many cases are your lawyers handling? All these things can be very relevant, and a good law firm will have no problem bragging about themselves. So look for that law firm that brags about, not about their results, because no law firm can credibly tell you about, we wouldn't even do that. Well, we've gotten these results in the past, therefore you will. I personally think that that's an unethical thing to do. You're not supposed to do it, in my opinion. Of course, you can see what the results are by looking at Google reviews and things of that nature, but a good law firm is going to brag about who they are, what they do, how they do it, because they're passionate. They love what they do. And in essence, at the heart of each one of them, and this is why when we hire at the Bianchi Law Group, we could care less about your skill set at first. We want to know about your heart. We want to know about who you are, about your fight, about your passion, about your love for justice, your love for people that are going through difficult times, whether they did something or they didn't do something. These are the things that make the critical difference in the representation. Listen, at the end of the day, all of us as lawyers or the client are going to have to deal with ultimately what the result is going to be. Whether you wish it could have been better, or maybe you get a great result or not a great result. The only issue really is, in truth, were people fighting for you and doing the best that they humanly could at any given point in time and always had your back. To me, it's like how I look at a surgeon. You always hear me always talking about surgery. If I had a surgeon, I picked the very best I could afford. And I understand that the surgeon can't guarantee me what the result is, but all I want to know at the end of the day is, God forbid something didn't go right, that I wouldn't say, had I gotten somebody better, maybe that would have made a difference. We like to think at the Bianchi Law Group, people understand the value of the quality of the services we deliver and how we deliver them, and the huddle is the je ne sais quoi, as they say. Hey, thanks for listening. My name is Bob Bianchi, Bianchi Law Group. We are in 21 counties, handling criminal defense, domestic violence, municipal court matters. We are a team of former prosecutors that fight the government when they charge our clients with crimes. Thanks for listening. Be well.